Say good morning, Quinny.
Mom, that was morning. That was afternoon.
Okay, shh. Good morning. It's Psalm 107 today. Today is our anniversary. And I think the only things we have planned for today is for me to get the house ship shape for Mom and Dad coming up so that we can go away tomorrow. It's not too bad, but I spent most of last week working on sorting out tubs of clothes to change out clothes for the kids. And that was a massive undertaking, so a lot of things didn't get done that should get done. So that is my goal for today, and hopefully we'll get it done before my parents get up here. Looking forward to their visit, and do ham and beets and sweets, and probably mashed potatoes for Josh. And I haven't figured out maybe some green beans for supper tonight. So, Psalm 107.
Psalm 107.
Oh, give thanks to the Lord, for he is good, and his steadfast love endures forever. Let the redeemed of the Lord say so, whom he has redeemed from trouble, and gathered in from the lands, from the east and from the west, and from the north and the south. Some wandered in desert wastes, finding no way, to a city to dwell in, hungry and thirsty. Their souls fainted within them. Then they cried to the Lord in their troubles, and they delivered them from their distress. He led them by a straight way, till they reached a city to dwell in. Let them thank the Lord for his steadfast love, for his wondrous works for the children of man. For he satisfies the longing soul, and the hungry soul he fills with good things. Some sit in darkness and in the shadow of death, prisoners in the affliction of it as in irons. For they had rebelled against the words of God, and spurned the counsel of the Most High. So he bowed their hearts down with hard labor. They fell down with none to help. Then they cried to the Lord in their troubles, and he delivered them from their distress. He brought them out of darkness and the shadows of death, and burst their bonds apart. Let them thank the Lord for his steadfast love, for his wondrous works for the children of man. For he shatters the doors of the bronze, and cuts into the bars of iron. Some were fools through their sinful ways, and because of their iniquities suffered an affliction. They loathed any kind of food, and they drew near to the gates of death. Then they cried to the Lord in their trouble, and he delivered them from their distress. He sent out his word and healed them, and delivered them from their destruction. Let them thank the Lord for his steadfast love, for his wondrous works for the children of man. And let them offer sacrifice of thanksgiving, to tell of his deeds and songs of joy. Some went down to the sea in ships, doing business in the great waters. They saw the deeds of the Lord, his wondrous works in the deep. For he commanded and raised the stormy winds, which lifted up the waves of the sea. They mounted up to heaven, and they went down to the depths. Their courage melted away in their evil plight. They reeled and staggered like drunken men, and were at their wits' end. Then they cried to the Lord in their trouble, and he delivered them from their distress. He made the storms be still, and the waves of the sea were hushed. Then they were glad that the waters were quiet, and he brought them to their desired haven. Let them thank the Lord for his steadfast love, for his wondrous works to the children of man. Let them extol him in the congregation of the people, and praise him in the assembly of the elders. He turns rivers into deserts, and springs of waters into thirsty grounds. A fruitful land into salty wastes because of the evil of the inhabitants. He turns a desert into pools of water, and parched land into springs of water. He lets the hungry dwell, and they establish a city to live in. They sow fields and plant vineyards, and they get a fruitful yield. But his blessing they multiply greatly, and he does not let their livestock diminish. When they are diminished and brought low through oppression, evil, and sorrow, he pours contempt on princes, and makes them wander in trackless ways. But he raises up the needy out of affliction, and makes their families like flocks. The upright see it and are glad, and are all wickedness shut its mouth. Whoever is wise, let him attend to these things, and let them consider the steadfast love of the Lord. All right, that is Psalm 108 or 107. Can you guys say goodbye?
Bye.
Say goodbye. I heard that several times. Can you say goodbye?
Bye.
All right.
Goodbye.